How do you feel about getting painted today?
I'm excited. I was surprised when she showed me the painting for Christmas, and I'm excited again.
Hi, I'm Camille Kent. I'm an advertising major and I'm in Army ROTC.
Hi, I'm Nick Kopec. I'm a business management major at Temple University, and we're both freshmen.
It's a fun process. So over quarantine, I got into is pretty popular style of art. I did this really complicated one of my friends, me and my two best friends at the state capitol in Harrisburg, and it took me, I'd say, about 11 hours. There were a lot of kinks to work out, and there were a lot of details. I like things to be how I want them to be. Not necessarily, so if I'm making something abstract, I want it to be exactly how it is in my head and exactly the idea that I'm thinking, and that doesn't always happen that way, but with the art that I'm going to be doing of Nick on my computer, it's hard because you have to it's a lot of outlining and lining things up, and things don't always go your way and you have to compromise. And I don't like that, but
no compromise.
there's no compromise. But I do really like the color matching. That's the best part. I don't get to do art as much, but I really do like walking around the city. I was into architecture for a while. I thought about going to Tyler for architecture too. So I like looking at the architecture, and during the election, all the art was really cool. So it just kind of sparked like creativity in our minds. If it wasn't necessarily making art, but it was cool to see. We don't have a lot of pictures together. It's something we always talk about. We always try to take pictures, but we don't care. We're kind of like to live in the moment. I don't know. We don't watch a lot of TV shows and stuff like that. We don't like being on our phones together. So we don't take a lot of pictures. Long story short. But I had to work with what I was given, and this picture wasn't the best quality, so I had to take it into the Lightroom, do a lot of work to it. And this is the best, I guess, medium or way to portray this in art.
Camille painted me as a Christmas present this year.
I think it's 4x6 or 5x7. I posterized a photo of us in Photoshop, and I broke it down to 3 different values, and then basically just like block out the values and you paint them as a grayscale. It's a pretty simple painting, but don't tell Nick that.
Up here, I keep the portrait of Camille and I. As you can see, it's a pretty simple design. It's just a picture of us laying down and looking up at the camera, but simple yet very detailed, as you can see through the faces. I really like it a lot. Black and white is more of my style, so.
What was the other piece of art that I tried giving you didn't want?
The one eating the... Is it the eating one?
Yeah.
What was that? You weren't... No,
Yeah,
I said I didn't want that, though, because you said you worked on it for hours.
I just saw it briefly. I worked on this piece for so long. It was just for fun. It's not for anything. It was just kind of, I was messing around, but I did it like on and off for like weeks at a time, and then I'd be like, wouldn't touch it for 2 months. But it's this little, probably 11 by, what's 11? 12 by 14 maybe, and it's me eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And he always talked about how he liked it, but I tried giving it to him and he said no.
I'm allergic to peanuts, so I don't need it.
So I like to start with all the easy stuff because I figure that'll take less time. So like his sweatshirt has a lot of organic shapes that I can just make up if I don't know. So I drew this line as a reference because I want to finish this side of the piece, but it's a very small vertical photo, so we don't have that arm or that picture of his arm as a reference. So I drew this line, and I'm going to go down and make organic little bumps to follow the rest of the sweatshirt. And then I'm going to get into his face and ears and things and start touching up the folds because those are more time intensive and I can just spend more time on that. And this is going pretty fast, so I think we'll get into color soon, but that happens in Photoshop.